Get it,
Get it,
Sissy.
Sissy. Hey. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Two Ways to Say It. I'm your boy KC. I ain't got nothing else. Cause one thing about
Oh,
me,
okay.
they already know. They know. I don't have to
Who is
tell them. They
they?
know. The audience.
Told you this.
Also
Told you.
still. That's also still. But
Guys,
yo.
I am the one and only
Mm-hmm.
Ashley. I'm so in love. Oh my
Ashley Renee. That's her.
God. Yes.
Like what we always do, we start with a song of the day. Ashley, what is your song of the day?
Let's see. I'm going to say my song of the day is going to be Blue Bayou by Rhonda Rosette. I think that's her last name. Don't hurt me. But yes, so if you watch Man on Fire with Denzel in it, him and the little girl was singing the song in
Mm,
in that movie. So I just went to go listen to it. I was like, oh my God, I love this song. So I was listening to it this morning on the way to work. So I'm just gonna go with that. Blue
okay.
Bayou. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. And I'm gonna try to stay on top of the day. So mine gonna be call me crazy. At least you call it. Feels better when
Feel
you
better
let
when
it
you let
all
it
go.
out, don't
Cause
it?
I
Oh
know
my
it's
God, you
crazy
used
to
to
get
like
caught up
that.
in the moment. Yeah, I like that. And we
Yeah.
all night to think you. But yeah. And we all night to think
Oh,
you.
somebody over there in love.
Anyway, you have to because TikTok is that's our social media. So I
Mhm.
don't know if many people see it's this girl named Samyra, I think, yeah. And I know you asked me that I like the song that she made, I think it was a while ago about the I said big back.
Big bag. Yeah.
Yeah. So when she did that, I honestly didn't pay attention to what she was actually doing. So she is this TikToker and I guess she represents body positivity. I guess she kind of talk about plus size. Just that's just her thing. That was she wrote with. And so lately she's been going to stores like JCPenny, TJ Maxx, Ross, and she's been going in there saying the clothes, the plus size clothes are ugly. Well, she kind of focused on JCPenney a lot, and she was recording the clothes. And I ain't gonna lie, they didn't look good, but I guess I don't pay that stuff attention. And she recorded that stuff. She said the stuff was all out of order, like they just throw the stuff on the rack. It was kind of like, yeah, maybe they don't care. And then JC Penney actually said was kind of arguing back and forth with her, and she was
Hmm.
going to this whole thing like, I guess trying to tell them like, if you want us to shop in there, that y'all need to fix our area, make it appealing or whatever. And so I think the last little part of it, this dude named Leo something. He used to actually be bigger, but now he kind of like goes to the gym and stuff like that. And he actually argued against what she was saying. And he was saying that brands don't have to basically, I guess, appeal to people of plus size. And he was saying that it's their option and it's their choice to represent what they want to. If they don't want your size or your image to be the face of their company, they won't do it. So yeah, it's been a whole other thing. So, but what do you think about that just initially before I get into it?
Okay. So of course I like to try to see both sides of things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
starting with what's her name again?
Samyra, yeah.
Samyra. So starting with Samyra's side. Not that I'm trying to compare the two. I'm not. I'm just trying to
Right.
understand where she's coming from. So of course, I'm 6 foot. Call me Bigfoot.
Fit.
She said,
Fit.
"Hello, this is
Like,
hello,
get up
you
on your good.
Bigfoot." Okay, yeah. So, um, and of course, it has always been hard for me to find clothing that's long enough for me, or shirts and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
coats, they'll come up your back, or I gotta go to men's wear and get their coats because the women's sleeves aren't long enough. So I
Mm-hmm.
can understand the frustration of not being able to find things that fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure other people may have reasons as well. So that's my part on it, just the frustration part of it. Now, when it comes to the branding part, I think that's fair to say as well because adding more what is it? Material and stuff to clothing costs more. That means
Yeah.
the price that we pay or you have to pay is more
Mm-hmm.
now because they're adding more material to the clothing
Right.
as well, right? So I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure probably most clothing lines are wanting to spend less on the clothing and of
Right.
course up the prices for us so they can have a profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can. I would say that she should focus more on companies who brand for plus size women
Mm-hmm.
versus trying to force your way into, yes, I think that she should focus more on the clothing brands that cater to plus size clothing.
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel about it. But I do also understand the frustration when it comes to not finding clothes that fit or that tailor to my long body,
You
long legs.
You're
Because one thing about
stupid.
me, I am thick, okay?
Yeah.
Not just
Okay. Like I do the same thing. I try to see both. So I can't say either side is wrong with it. Now I understand her going into the stores and saying like it's one thing to be like this, it's unorganized. So like that's the little stuff you calling out. Like it just don't look like it. They don't present it how them others. So like they put stuff up nice on mannequins. They make sure it's color, coordinated. They
yeah,
make sure stuff is just nice. And I do agree with that part. I don't know what JCPenny was. They honestly did not want them to go over there because it just looked a fool. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, going into I don't know if it was Macy's or Bill. It was one of them. I'm going Macy's out there, but it was Macy's or Bill. One of them. And the clothes, actually the plus size clothes, or the other clothes were kind of scattered. Like they look like you really. I don't know how they go over there and look through it. Like it was everywhere. Um, like you said, why not take all the energy and be focusing on those brands that are made for the girl or like
hmm
for women who wear that stuff? It's like you putting so much energy into. I always say if you don't feel welcome or want to give somebody your money, don't give them your money. Trying to do
hmm
it to people if they already showing that they don't care. Why am I forcing people to be like, yeah, let's get behind this. Let's go in there and make them make clothes for us. Apparently, they don't want y'all to shop there. They don't want y'all to buy from them. So just go somewhere
exactly.
else. Because it's plenty of places I know have a lot of sizes. So yeah, don't like you said, don't be forcing yourself. Like you almost want somebody to take your money. Like you're forcing them to take your money. Take your money
hmm
somewhere else. I mean, if that's how they want to
My
do it.
question would be like, what type of clothing are you looking for? Because I know we're in a different generation now
Yeah.
because,
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
plus size women now could literally wear whatever they want and that's
Mm-hmm.
fair. I
Yep.
don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying compared to back then when we were growing up, it's like, oh, plus
Yeah.
size women, you can't wear that, you can't do this. And I
Mm-hmm.
think now because of women's
Acceptance.
liberation now
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
feminism and all of that is prone to see plus size women in crop tops and
Yeah.
leggings and short
Mm-hmm.
skirts. If you want to wear that, you wear that. So I guess my question is, what type of clothing are you wanting them to
That is it.
produce?
That's it.
So
That's
I
literally
guess
it.
that's my question. And if it is a crop top, say it's a crop top. Like
Yeah.
I personally, I'm just gonna be honest. I really don't care what anyone wears. I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of the majority of people tend to care about what people have on. Of course, when it
Yeah.
comes to boundaries now, we gotta have boundaries with certain
Yeah.
things.
At the end
That's
of the day,
plus
yeah, yeah.
size or not plus size. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fair because I know a lot of women can say, "Oh, the skinny girls with it, don't nobody say nothing," and
Mm-hmm.
and that's totally right and it's totally unfair. But again, what we have to see is this just the way of the world, and until that changes, this is what we get. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think probably the person that's over JCPenney, that's over the clothing department, may have that mindset like, oh, plus size women should be dressing like this. We're not
Yeah.
about to make this.
That
Not
is true.
saying it's right, but
But
I'm
that's
pretty sure they're probably
mm-hmm.
that person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. I think it's the because now, like you said, it's we live in a very accepting world now. I know a lot of stuff people gonna say regardless, but now you pretty much can do whatever, and people gonna talk, but I don't think they gonna stone you for it. Like it just
Hmm.
everything goes these days. So that's what I think it is. They comparing it to what they want to wear, what other sizes wear. So comparing it like why we don't have that too, I think is probably the main irritation of it. So now on the other end of the dude that said something where he was bigger because he actually went back and forth with her, and I think one point he was saying was that, and mind you, it's funny because people who lose weight and stuff do talk different when they lose weight. But this is what he said, because I'm pretty sure if he was bigger, he wouldn't be saying this. But he was saying that the size that you are is technically, I'm not gonna say he said it was wrong, but I guess he's saying that that should be like a motivation to get to be another size. Because technically, if they're not presenting, if they don't want to present this image of, yes, like this is the size you should be, it should
Hmm.
kind of motivate you to try to get in another size. Now, of course, to many ears, people might be like, "Oh, he's saying this," but in the middle of that, I feel like you can't really argue it. Like we talked about before, not saying that Lizzo can't do whatever she want to do, but for as long as you go out and do stuff that's kind of like, yes, be like this, you do have those generations of people behind you that feel like this is the ideal. Like we're in a day now
Hmm.
where this is what you can be this size no matter the health or not and stuff like that. So I know people was mad at him for saying that, but I do get what he's saying. I think it's because it came from him. Because they don't want to hear somebody who used to be bigger talking now. Because they feel like you only
Oh
saying
yeah.
it because you
To
lost weight.
me, I just feel like, and this goes for myself too, who is, in the process of trying to lose weight too, is I think once you mentally realize like it's about the health part of it and not the
Yeah.
physical
Yeah, yeah.
look of it. And
Mm-hmm.
granted, everybody wants to look good. That's fair if you want to tone booty abs and all this. But
Mm-hmm.
once you see the long term effect that having extra weight on you could cause, then you'll come to realize like it really ain't about if I can fit in a tube top and a skirt and all this. So I'm trying to process that too. And I think anybody, like when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
losing weight, especially with women, I think it's more so the look part of it.
All right.
Let's just focus on that inner health, really,
Yeah,
because
for real.
having extra weight on you is just not healthy at all. Like,
Yeah, that's to Samyra. I mean, I would say literally just put that energy to the brands that actually do. I get the fight,
yes.
but sometimes we realize some fight ain't worth it. Because this JCPenny old company is not finna drop everything they're doing and make like a whole plus size presentation for you now. They're not gonna
And
do it.
JCPenney said all people clothes anyway, don't
Yes, like you can tell like,
I'm
it's not
like, why you
for
pick
just
JCPenney
picking.
out of
Hmm
all places?
I It's actually interesting to see this place
You
because she
better
went
off
from
going to
JCPenney.
Kato's. Let's
Yeah. That,
all white
yeah.
suit out of Kato's. Now, every time
I'm
we need
telling
some
you.
all white, go to
Yeah,
Kato's.
and then I
And
said
you
she
need
it's
them
like the
size
place to get.
12, go to them
Oh,
size 12 Easter sandals. Sorry, I got long feet.
yeah, that's it. And on top of selections, like you went from JCPenney to Ross to TJ Maxx. You just set yourself up. These are places that I don't feel like you're gonna find what you're looking for anyway. So I always say I don't like people to do stuff for views, but just put it. I think just put the energy to where it's gonna be, and then I won't look at it like you're just doing it for views. Just go. It's
Mm-hmm.
time to highlight the places that actually have stuff for you. I actually like. I don't know if you ever see the TikTok. I'm gonna get off of this, but the TikTok. It's a lady. She do the prom dresses for the like bigger girls, and I think it was like you got to be two something to do something like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I like that. I like
And she
when
be
it's
having
places.
cute regular clothes in there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can tell a lot of them younger girls she had come in there. They faces light up when they see that stuff because they never imagine
Mm-hmm.
like like it's stuff that looks good for us. It ain't gotta be the most revealing and like that. It's just it looks good, and so that's why I say places like that should be highlighted in the midst of worrying about people that don't want to represent y'all. So yeah, just put that energy that way. I think that will help everybody, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
on this week's episode of
Now you know better.
yeah, Do. Okay. This is. I'm sorry. I laughed when I first heard it, but then it's kind of sad too. It's this lady, and I think she out of Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I know she was arrested. She went on a cruise, and they said, I think they said for a week. Um, and she left her two children at home, left them money and stuff, and left them at home to fend for themselves. So she left, and she was arrested on like child endangerment and some other stuff
Mm-hmm.
too, which is right. And I'm
Neglect,
actually,
golly.
yeah, yeah. I think I can't remember the charges, but of course they went ahead and arrested her. So yeah, I think that's a good example to see because I don't know what these parents got going on. I don't know when children became adults when they could fend for themselves, but and then on top of that, a cruise. You are on water. How are you on water not thinking about your children? what
No
what go
service,
please what going
like
on?
unless I know when we took the cruise, I ain't had no service on my phone. I don't know
And
if
I wouldn't
like
be
you could
surprised.
connect to Wi-Fi or something like that, but baby, we was lost at sea.
You,
So I
you ain't got no. It ain't like one of them when you can either like you go somewhere on a plane or you driving somewhere
right.
where I can turn around. I can book a last minute flight. I can do if something go wrong.
They were like, speed
Anything.
this boat up.
Please turn that butter around. That man be like,
You,
that man gonna be
you.
like, lady, go sit down. Go to sleep. You ain't got nobody you can call. But that's why I said, and I also wonder was she on the cruise by herself because if my friend anybody be like, as you came in there, I'd be like, well, cheering in. Who give you a cheer? You know who would
That's
already done went over it.
always. I
Yeah.
feel like that's naturally like if I have two friends who have children, and
Mm-hmm.
as soon as they get in the car, we finna go somewhere, I'm like, oh, what was you know, you
Yeah,
just
because it's like your
asking about the
attachment.
kids.
Yeah.
Unless she just lied, or she may have lied to them.
I don't know, but because I doubt she went by herself, but they ain't say all that. But yeah, so she was gone for a week and she gave them money and said that and I guess in her head that they would have been fine and wasn't gonna tell nobody. I actually wonder because I ain't looked more into it. I wonder how people even realize it had to be something where either they stepped outside the house or somebody heard them or they actually asked for some help or something. Because children that young, I'm sorry, like them children don't know no. Just waking up. I wonder what she even told them before she left. Like, I'm gonna be back. Just I don't even think the children that young even know what to do
Probably.
with money. What they gonna do?
Uber Eats at 12. I don't know. My niece could call well do the Uber Eats thing.
Yeah,
But
like
everybody's not my niece either.
because
So
Katie might be able to get some DoorDash. Hold on, he might be able to do it. But
them
no,
kids know how to do it. But
they
you,
know.
of course, you still don't do anything like that. And I like at 12, I feel like at 12 is that age, like I don't mind staying at home by myself,
Right,
but when you have a seven and no, a 12-year old still shouldn't be staying at home by themselves, let me be
right.
clear. But at 12, I'm thinking at me at 12, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be gone. And you just like, oh, okay, as long as I got the TV and some food, because we have
Mm-hmm.
phones, cell phones and
We
some
did.
food. Like I don't care. You ain't gotta
Mm.
come back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Well, come back, like not die,
yeah.
but like just stay with me. Please stay with me. Please stay with me.
What?
So just stay with me. I just want to clear the air because it be sounding like
What thing she gonna do? She gonna clarify, please.
I'm gonna clear
Please.
the air.
She
We
gonna
got to
clear.
clarify.
Also, we.
So I'm just wondering too, like if they really did need help. And then think about you can't get in touch with your mom, and then you got your little sister and brother, a 7-year-old. At 12, Keontae, you think I'm finna we just gonna be for real. Like at
Yeah,
12, and if my mama gone a week, I'm probably just gonna get in the shower by one time,
yeah. You know,
or two
yeah.
times at
Mm-hmm.
12. I'm just gonna be in the eat chill, eat
Eat,
food, going
sneaking out.
outside,
You ain't gotta shoot
coming,
no snacks.
playing,
Mm-hmm. Finna
come
eat
back whole
everything.
household. You think I'm finna clean up at 12? Stuffing all that food, bag stuff under the bed. I'm not leaving out my room. Like
Bitch, just be watching stuff, just eat till you get sick. You get sick, even though ain't
rambling
nobody
in your
there.
mom in their room trying to find stuff because you bored. You just rambling looking for stuff.
Man, look that no the little girls probably went in there and put on all the makeup, put the heels
All the
on.
makeup just be like, let me put a perm in my
Hmm.
head. Be like, just bored. Then you the messed up, hair down here. You know, just knowing
They
you
put
finna get
all
your
her
air beat
wigs
when your
on.
mom here.
No, you said wait.
Knowing you gonna get
Man,
your air beat.
man, no. That's it's on. I don't know. It's on Mama. I think we just knew not to still do this. I don't know. It was something about her shit.
Period.
Just a little scary. I don't know because I think if we the most we probably would have did would probably be eating the snacks. I think, but then we would have knew better than to not leave none left because we're gonna get a whip. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You better
Like
leave something.
unless you better get somebody to bring you some more to replace. Oh, my mom gonna be like, "Oh, come on, go get me the bill."
Because I know y'all ain't sit up here and ate up all
All of
in one day.
yeah. That's I said all the time.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry
It's,
about it. Y'all here, I'm not buying nothing else. This is why I don't
it's
buy y'all nothing.
how they and then on top of it, like unless you to talk to them, what's really the most like them young children know how to cook? Like I don't know. I told you like what we even putting. I don't even think we even messed with the oven. Mom and they let us dive shit. We couldn't touch no oven. Really, what she and we didn't get to play with no microwave and stuff either. Like it was an age for that stuff, or she had to be
Mm-hmm.
around because she already knew. Well, yeah, she just knew, especially with us. Like, Mama knew, yeah, I gotta watch y'all do this because something wrong with child. But no, it just serves to like, what can a child do? Like, you can't cook for yourself, you can't fend for yourself. But what, like, so I
Somebody break into
understand
the
her.
house, you
Yes,
automatically lost.
yes.
Like
That's it.
it's,
You gotta just not kill.
and I
You just
think too, like what in the mother's mind, like just take that loss on losing the money. I know it hurts. I know how much
mm-hmm.
a cruise would probably normally cost, but just take the loss. You don't sit there and just leave your kids there
No.
like that. It's just let it go, and that's the first thing you do. I know people like you probably can be like, hey, I need you to keep my kids for a week,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like, oh, I can't do it. Stuff come up, but that's your job as a mother
As a
to,
parent, you take that on, yeah.
yeah, you just gotta take that L. I'm sorry, like
You come
who
last with
just
children. Yeah.
how can you even enjoy your children knowing I done left my kids at home by themselves and this damn house
Unless
could be on fire?
I
Like,
say it all the time, like, I don't know, my child gotta be right here in front of me for them to know they safe.
yes.
That's why I don't think I need no children. It seems like a headache. I'm sorry. Like just the thought of this
Hmm.
human I'm responsible for. That if anything happens, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna blame myself regardless. So it's just like you just either didn't want children or you just yeah, you can't care for real. I'm sorry. I don't care how drunk or anything you get. You gonna always think about them children.
And I'm pretty sure you noticed it too, where it's we have some of the parents where they think because their kids are 12 and 13, they make straight A's in school. They're such good kids. Like they know stuff about
Who t-
life, or oh, I can leave them at home
yes.
because they make all A's in schools and they're good. So if a intruder comes in, they should know to go hide under the bed
That's a
or
child.
run away or something. It is like,
That
no, I don't think they would even
yeah.
remotely know how to
But
act.
I don't know who told y'all that children can become adults overnight or that they even need to be looked at as they are no matter what your children
Mm-hmm.
until they become of a certain age. So in the age under that, you should be treating them as such. Those are children. No matter what. Teenager, that's still you need to be looking at them like they don't know what they're doing. I mean, that's the part of being a parent. So yeah, stop thinking that your like children that young gonna be able to do this stuff. They don't know what you know. We see that Drake and Rick Ross have been beefing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna just say the beef. It ain't. It's the antics around it. It really the rapping part. I don't think people really care about. It's the stuff around it. To be honest, I think if it when Rick Ross is somebody who petty and want to make it that way, because the rapping part, I doubt that even half of the people even heard of this for real. But so yeah, Drake did a diss first, where his was for multiple people. In a response to Song with Future and them, it's he had a lot going on already, but I guess the one person out of everybody he did is Rick Ross. Rick Ross was like, "Oh, did my time now? I'm gonna go ahead and I ain't been talking about that much." And only thing they been talking about is my baby mama, so I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in that video.
Sorry, the video that you sent me, I was laughing in the
It's
car.
so
I was
hard,
like, when
yeah,
he was talking about, he's like that old point.
yeah,
And granted, I'm
yeah,
on Drake's side. I'm sorry, I love Rick
right,
Ross. So, well, when I was growing up, I really,
right,
really liked Rick Ross. But I'm sorry with Drake, especially when it comes to the rapping part. I
oh
would
yeah,
not want to mess with Drake when it comes to rapping.
no,
Now,
he did,
outside of that,
yeah.
I don't know if he got them hands, and I went or his
Mm,
crew. You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
if either one
But
of them do, but yeah,
that is true.
yeah. They
Can't you
like they
see
some
Rick Ross
talk.
just swinging and missing?
I just don't see them even getting down like that. That's why I say it's a lot of the funniest I think thing with their beef is it's just I think at the end of the day, it's gonna just be talk. It's just funny to me. That's why I say it's just like, can you call it corny? Yeah, but it's funny. So I think honestly, Drake, he didn't even say that much about Rick Ross. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't even think he was even going in the direction that Rick Ross is going because he'd call him. He just said he got a no job. What he call him? Did he call him? Oh, this somebody else said that. A BBL bandit. That might have been somebody else. But
Yes, that was
oh,
funny.
he
I'm
did.
sorry.
Yeah, he said he got the L's put in, which people have been already saying this about Drake anyway. But I guess this was his time to like, I'm gonna really hone on this. Like he went every which way. He went
Mm-hmm.
there. And I see the most they've been doing now is okay. It's funny because when I saw what they was doing now is just comparing houses and stuff. I said, yeah, I can't understand that beef no more because they talking about who got a bigger mansion and all this. I was like, the masses don't understand this. Like this some rich folk beef. I don't get that part, but the other part is funny. I'm sorry, Rick Ross. The comedy side of it, Rick Ross kind of got it because I don't know if he
Yeah.
been waiting. It seemed like he been waiting to say this to Drake, and you would hate for somebody to be waiting to say something to you because they just got too much. He got too much. Like it's like he got too much to say. So I just, I just like, I'm sorry, but there's some people like that in life now. Y'all better be quiet because I'm gonna be like Rick Ross.
Why? Why is him and Future into it?
Was this okay? So so Kendrick Lamar dissed J. Cole or something. It was somewhere. It was between that Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was dissing all them, but Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
Lamar was on the album with Future and Metro Boomin and them, so they was doing all the stuff, little disses and stuff in that album they put out. And I guess because Drake and Future, was close. Well, for most people, see, they were pretty close. Like they had did all the song stuff together. I
Yeah.
guess Drake felt the way about it because he was in on the little disses towards him, and it just went where it went. Because he even said Drake even said something about Metro Boomin in the this. He was like, go play on some drums or something, or something like that. Yeah,
I still need to listen to it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
like and you could tell it was something he just like. Yeah, it wasn't no Bigfoot, but it was funny. I'm sorry, they were Rick Ross. If you're trying to go for a Bigfoot, you ain't gonna get that. I'm sorry, you can't get. You ain't gonna be able to do that. But I think the deeper part to me is, and it's funny because that's how I looked at it. I was like, dang, when you really see the stuff Rick Ross saying about him, if you think about it right now, like for real, or people you really dealt with, where of course Rick Ross has been around Drake a lot, and I'm pretty sure that he went to parties, did songs together and stuff like that. And you see all this stuff he's saying is stuff he's realized or thought anyway before. Can you think about it
Mm-hmm.
in life? People are waiting to say this stuff to you. Like people literally be around you and do all this stuff, but the moment that you get them, one little reason, because I don't feel
Yeah.
like it was even. I ain't hear Drake say not one fat joke. He ain't say nothing they even, what I'm saying, that went to even give you that type of, they be waiting for that little thing
Oh,
to
I
go
know.
in. Yeah, yeah. To go in like and try to say every little thing that they've been thinking the whole time.
Thank
And
the whole time.
like we can go to that. Let's go back to that though.
Okay.
Let's go back to that because just go. Let's go back to that. Yeah, I just want you to quit my day. Call that man here, Fred. And you can tell Drake that type where he always the moment he do a song with somebody, now you gonna see him with them again, or he calling him his brother, all that real like, yeah, let's be
Mm-hmm.
cool. They're the same ones. Probably as soon as I leave that studio, dog you out of that car
Dog
in
me.
that Maybach.
I don't. Scorpio, people tend not to
They
like
gon' they can't take out. That's what it is. They can't take out.
this.
We know how he is or whatever. We know he came from the grass and all that, but at the end of the day, I think he hear the jokes, he know the jokes. I really don't think he ever take it as a loss. I think people think he kind of that type where it's just eating him up, and I honestly don't think so. I don't think he do
Mm-hmm.
like that. So, and like you said, it might be the Scorpio in him. I think he could take that. I think if he was gonna crumble, he would have already did. So I don't know if people feel like they want him to, because they love that top person to come down some way. I don't think that's gonna be it, y'all. So y'all can let it go.
Got a
Yeah,
whole bunch of haters. We love it. It
yeah. And now I
just
said something else coming in.
transforms us.
Yeah. So
Your
yeah,
best bet is to like us. That'll keep us down.
there you go.
What you say? Oh shit!
Man, I always want to leave y'all with something that's gonna keep y'all on y'all good foot. So
Ooh, I
actually,
like that.
what we leaving the people with? What do you have to say?
So I'm just going to get off the subject, like the stuff that we was talking about today or whatever. And I'm just going to say, look, you guys, like what I'm learning about myself is, especially with me exploring my birth chart a little more and just reading. And I know people, will forget. I'm not going to clarify because that's another thing with the birth
This is
chart.
yeah.
I'm finna start with this clarify. So take how you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Is I have to face my fears. Yeah. So for me, it's about just the things that I'm afraid of and not those simple things that I'm talking about, like, being married or traveling. No, not traveling, but moving to another state and all that and moving away from my parents. Like I have to do these things to pretty much be fulfilled in my life. Right. So this year, like I told you before, it's about opening those doors and facing my fears. Because at the end of the day, I really kind of enjoy facing my fears. I love staring the devil in his face. I love it. So yeah, we're that just explore you guys' birth chart, read it detail by detail. If you don't believe it, that's fine. If you read it, just like, that's not me. I don't think that'll ever be me. That's fine too. But just remember,
maybe you don't see it right now.
Exactly. So look at your birth chart and read and do whatever.
I'm gonna just say, I think we often go places that we're not welcome, and I think we think going into them and pushing ourselves into them is showing that we're strong and that we can take on so much. But I think what we don't realize is we're putting in all the energy, and the people that's not welcoming us, not like we're wasting our time. So I would say, yeah, don't go anywhere that you don't feel welcome. Don't force yourself in anywhere. If people make it seem like they double teaming you, stay away from them. But no, if anytime you feel like you're not welcome somewhere or you feel it just bothers you so much and people all these type of ways and all this, just stay away because it's tiring, right? Why are you still around? You're doing all the work and you're wasting a lot of energy that you could put into places where maybe you should be. Yeah. So do that and stop trying to force it. And I don't get why you're doing it anyway. But yeah, that's all I got. Anyway, that wraps up our episode for today. Like always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell us what you think about the episode, about the Rick Ross Drake beef, the Samyra girl and her boycotting JCPenny. Oh man, the lady leaving her children at home for the cruise. Tell her about it.
Hey, that she'll been turn up.
They say what? She
he go that money. Don't y'all call me. Don't say men. Don't open that door. Just
Mama did that $20. Did that $20. 7 days.
Okay.
7 days. Y'all better spend 2 a day. But no. Anyway, so yeah, just let us know what y'all think. And we will see y'all on the next episode. Because guess what? It's 2 ways to say it, but only 1 way to hear it. Ooh, yeah, it's somebody that was out there.
I like it.
Anyway, adios.